For this stitch pattern, I'm casting on a number of stitches that is a multiple of 6. My stitches are cast on. Take a look. Patterns like this are made up of just 2 rows. The first row is worked from right to left, and the second row is worked from left to right. And these rows themselves are made up of many small short row segments. I don't count these segments as individual rows. I find it's much easier to think about crocheting these patterns in just 2 rows. First, second. First, second, first, second. So let's begin with the first row. Make a turning chain. Then I insert my hook into the second chain from the hook through the back loop only. 1, 2, just like that. I grab the working yarn and make a slip stitch. That's 1. Into the next stitch, a second slip stitch. Into the next, a third slip stitch. Into the next, a fourth. Into the next, a fifth, and into the next, a sixth. In total, that makes 6 slip stitches for the first segment. Now for the next segment. Make a turning chain and turn. Now I will work yarn over slip stitches. I yarn over on my hook. I insert the hook into the second chain from the hook, just as before. Through the back loop only, I grab the working yarn and pull the loop through all the loops on my hook. That's 1. Into the next stitch, 2. Into the next, 3. Into the next, 4. Into the next, 5. And into the next, 6. Make a turning chain and turn. The next segment is 4 regular slip stitches. I start in the second chain from the hook through the back loop only. 1, 2, 3, 4. Turning chain, turn. The next segment is 4 yarn over slip stitches. Yarn over. Into the second chain from the hook through the back loop, I insert the hook and make 1, 2, 3, 4. Turning chain, turn. Into the second chain from the hook, I insert my hook and make 2 regular slip stitches. Turning chain, turn. I yarn over on my hook. I insert the hook into the second chain from the hook through the back loop and make 2 yarn over slip stitches. 1, 2. Turning chain, turn. The next segment will be like this. I will make 2 slip stitches, then join to the row below. Then 2 more slip stitches, join again. 2 more slip stitches, join again. And then 6 more slip stitches. In total, this segment will have 12 slip stitches. So look how it's done. I've already made the turning chain. Into the second chain from the hook, through the back loop, I insert my hook and work 1 slip stitch. Into the next stitch, 2. Now for the join. I insert my hook into the horizontal bar and into the row below. That's 3. Into the next stitch, through the back loop, that's 4. Another step, so I make another join. I insert the hook into the horizontal bar and into the row below, through the back loop. That's 5. And into the next stitch, 6. And again, I insert my hook into the horizontal bar, into the row below. This is join, and it is 7. Then 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And another segment is complete. This whole section was the beginning of the row. Next comes the pattern repeat. The repeat is the part that will be worked over and over throughout the entire pattern. Here is the repeat on my swatch. So, the repeat for the first row. Turning chain, turn. I yarn over and insert my hook into the second chain from the hook. I make 1 yarn over slip stitch. Into the next stitch, a second yarn over slip stitch. Into the next, a third. Into the next, a fourth. Into the next, a fifth. And into the next, a sixth. Turning chain, turn. Next, 4 regular slip stitches, starting in the second chain from the hook. I insert my hook and work 1, 2, 3, 4. Turning chain, turn. And again, 6 yarn over slip stitches, starting in the second chain from the hook. 1, 2, 3, 4. Next, we come to a step. Here, we'll make the join a little differently because this join will be visible on the right side. First, I insert my hook under 2 strands of yarn, like this. I go into the horizontal bar and 1 more little strand. Then, I yarn over on my hook and bring the hook into the row below through the back loop only. I make 5. And into the next stitch, I make 6. And again, turning chain, turn. Into the second chain from the hook, I insert my hook and work. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 slip stitches through the back loop only. Turning chain, turn. And 6 yarn over slip stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4. Another step, which means another join. And this join is again on the right side of the work. I insert my hook under 2 strands of yarn, like this. Then I yarn over, and I insert the hook into the row below through the back loop only. That's 5, and into the next stitch, 6. Turning chain, turn. And now all that's left is to make the final segment of the repeat. This will be 16 regular slip stitches. Starting in the second chain from the hook, through the back loop only, I insert my hook and work 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I reach a step and make a regular join. I insert the hook into the horizontal bar, into the row below. 7, 8. I reach another step, and again I make a join. I insert the hook into the horizontal bar, into the row below. 9, 10. And I reach another step. Again, I insert my hook into the horizontal bar, into the row below, and I work. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. And with that, the last segment of the repeat is finished. And then the repeat begins all over again, meaning I work 6 yarn over slip stitches in this direction. Then, in the opposite direction, 4 regular slip stitches. Again, 6 yarn over slip stitches. Again, 4 regular slip stitches. Then again, 6 yarn over slip stitches. And the final segment of the repeat, 16 regular slip stitches. And so, I repeat this over and over. I work like this to the end of the row. At the end, the last element will naturally be a bit different. There is a specific element here to finish the row. We will meet there, and I will show you how to work that finishing element in the first row. I'm at the end of the row, and all I have left to work is this last section. So, turning chain, turn. Into the second chain from the hook, I insert my hook and first work 6 yarn over slip stitches. This is all the same as what we did in the repeat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Turning chain, turn. Here, 4 regular slip stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, turning chain, turn 6 yarn over slip stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4. Make the join, and that's stitch 5 and 6. Turning chain, turn 4 regular slip stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4. Turning chain, turn 6 yarn over slip stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4. I make the join. Five and 6. Turning chain, turn, and now for the very last segment, the last element in this row. First, I work regular slip stitches. Let's count how many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. The first step, I make a join. Into the row below, 7, 8. Again, the second step, I make a join. 9, 10. Next, turning chain, turn, and here 2 yarn over slip stitches. I yarn over, insert my hook into the second stitch, and work 1, 2. Turning chain, turn, and here 2 regular slip stitches. 1, 2. Turning chain, turn, and here 4 yarn over slip stitches. I yarn over, 1, 2. Here again is a join that will be on the right side. I insert my hook into the horizontal bar, into the little strand of yarn. I yarn over into the row below. 3, 4. Turning chain, turn, and 4 more regular slip stitches. I start, as always, in the second stitch. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And that's it. Look, the first row is now complete. I have worked from the right edge to the left edge. And next, I will start crocheting the second row, which will be the opposite from the left edge to the right edge. So the second row, turning chain, turn. And here I begin like this, 4 yarn over slip stitches. I start in the second chain from the hook. 1, 2, 3, 4. Turning chain, turn. 4 regular slip stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4. Turning chain, turn. 2 yarn over slip stitches. 1, 2. Turning chain, turn, and here 2 regular slip stitches. 1, 2. Turning chain, turn. And next will be a segment that will go like this, gathering up these steps and reaching this edge here. Let's count how many stitches are in it. Okay, I've made the turning chain and turned. Here I work yarn over, slip stitches. I yarn over into the second chain from the hook. I work 1, 2. Here's a step. That means I make a join. This join will be on the right side, so I insert my hook under 2 strands of yarn like this. I yarn over into the row below. 3, 4. And now I come to a step that spans 2 rows, 1, 2. That means I need to make a join across 2 rows. Look how I do this. I again insert my hook under 2 strands in the horizontal bar and the strand of the first row, and again into the horizontal bar and the strand of the second row. I yarn over on my hook like this, holding everything in place with my finger, and I go into the row below. That's 5. Next, 6, 7, 8, 9, and into the last stitch, 10. So in this segment, there are 10 yarn over slip stitches. Turning chain, turn. And next, the repeat will begin. The repeat is the part that we will work over and over in the second row to get the same symmetrical motif. So, I've made the turning chain. Into the next stitch, I make 6 regular slip stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 5. And 6. Turning chain, turn. And in the opposite direction, I make 4 yarn over slip stitches. I make 1, 2, 3, and 4. Again, turning chain, turn. And again, 6 regular slip stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4. I make a regular join. I insert my hook only into the horizontal bar. Like this. And into the row below. 5. And 6. Turning chain, turn. And next, 4 yarn over slip stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4. Turning chain, turn, and 6 regular slip stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4. I reach a step, I make another regular join. I insert my hook like this, into the horizontal bar, into the row below, and that's 5, and 6, and the final segment in the repeat. This will be this long pass. Here I make a turning chain, turn, and here let's count the stitches. These will be yarn over slip stitches. Yarn over into the second chain from the hook. I insert my hook and work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I come to a step, I make a join. I insert my hook under 2 strands of yarn, a yarn over. 7, 8. I come to another step. I make another join. I insert my hook under 2 strands of yarn, yarn over, into the row below. 9, 10. I come to another step that is made of 2 rows. 1, 2. So here there will be a join across 2 rows. I insert my hook into the first row, under 2 strands, 1. Into the second row, under 2 strands, 2. And I yarn over. Into the row below. That's 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. So it turns out that the last segment in the repeat is 16 yarn over slip stitches. Turning chain and turn. And then we repeat this pattern over and over. 6 regular slip stitches, 4 yarn over slip stitches, 6 regular slip stitches, 4 yarn over slip stitches. Again, 6 regular slip stitches and 16 yarn over slip stitches. If we encounter a step, we make a join. The logic here is actually very simple, and I work like this to the end of the row, up to this section. We'll meet here, and I'll show you how to finish the row. In the finished sample, this section will look like this, and I will now show you how it's worked. There will be some changes to the repeat. I'm at the end of the second row. And look, according to the repeat, there would be 16 stitches here, but 16 won't fit. So I do this, turning chain, turn. Here, into the second chain from the hook, I insert my hook. First, I'll yarn over, insert my hook, and work 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The first step, I insert my hook like this under 2 strands, yarn over, into the row below. That's 7. And into the next stitch, 8. Another step, again I insert my hook under 2 strands, yarn over, into the row below. That's 9. Into the next stitch, 10. And then another step, but a step across 2 rows, right? So I insert my hook under 2 strands of the first row, under 2 strands of the second row, then yarn over into the row below. That's 11. And into the last stitch. Into the last stitch, through the back loop only, 12. So here, there are 12 yarn over slip stitches, and the final element remains. So, turning chain, turn. I start with 2 regular slip stitches. Into the second chain from the hook, I insert my hook and work 1, 2. Turning chain, turn. Again, I yarn over 2 yarn over slip stitches. 1. And 2. Again, turning chain, turn, 4 regular slip stitches. 1, 2. I reach a step, so I make a join. I insert my hook into the horizontal bar, into the row below. 3, 4. Turning chain, turn, 4 yarn over slip stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4. Turning chain, turn, 6 regular slip stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4. I come to a step, I make a join. I insert my hook into the horizontal bar, into the row below. That's 5 and 6. Turning chain, turn, and 6 yarn over slip stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Turning chain, turn, and look, with that, the second row is finished. So we have now worked from the left edge to the right edge. And then we repeat the first and second rows to the desired height. So the height repeat of this pattern consists of 2 rows. Here, I repeat the first row, second, first, second, first, second. In this sample, I repeated this height repeat 3 times. Now, look how we work the third row. The third row is absolutely identical to the first. It has the same sequence of stitches, the same repeat. The only difference is that there will be steps, because the first row we worked along a smooth foundation chain of chain stitches. In the third row, under the third row, will be the second row, which has these steps. So let me show you how this 2-row step is joined here. I'm at the section where I need to make the join across 2 rows. In an odd-numbered row, which this third row is, look, here's 1 row, here's the second row. And here, I do the same thing. I insert my hook into the horizontal bar of the first row like this, into the horizontal bar of the second row, and into the row below through the back loop only. I grab the working yarn and pull it through all the loops on my hook, and you get a join across 2 rows. Look how it turned out. I'll show you on the large sample. This is the spot in an odd-numbered row. This is how it's joined. The spot where the join across 2 rows happens in an even-numbered row, you see, there we made the join with a yarn over, and a little branch forms, from which other branches spread out. In an odd-numbered row, such a branch does not form. Here, the branches just seem to meet at one point. So that's if you want to continue crocheting this pattern to the desired height. But if you just want to finish the pattern, for instance, to switch to another pattern, or if you have a small project, how do you work a final row to even out this edge? It's very simple here. I make a turning chain, turn, and just work slip stitches through the back loop only. There should be exactly as many as the number of chain stitches you cast on at the beginning. I cast on 36, so there will also be 36 slip stitches. I reach the first step, I make a join. The rule is very simple. The pattern is simple. I reach a step, I make a join. I reach another step, I make a join. This way, the edge is evened out, and you can then switch to crocheting any other pattern or simply finish the item. There, I finished the straight row. Look how the edge has evened out. And this sample of mine consists of just 2 rows, the first, the second, and the final, finishing, evening row. And here is a larger sample. This is its wrong side. Please note, my sample is one-sided. If you want to crochet such a pattern to be 2-sided so that your right side has these raised braids that resemble stockinette stitch in knitting, here on the wrong side, it's a bit different now, then you would simply work all stitches in all rows with yarn overs, and then your right side will look exactly like the wrong side, and vice versa. The only clarification is that the gauge will be different. This version of the pattern, the one-sided one, is denser than if you were to make it 2-sided. With this pattern, you could beautifully crochet a blanket, a baby blanket. You could use this single motif, for instance, in a top, a sweater, or a hat. You can decorate socks with this pattern. Look, I have some socks. This is what they look like. These are socks crocheted with a hook, 100% with a hook. And here, down the center of the sock, there is this element. This is a different element. But what's stopping you from replacing this element with, for example, this one? This stitch pattern would look amazing as a feature on some fingerless mitts, and you could absolutely use it to crochet a whole hat. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks in advance for your likes, subscribe to the channel. Thank you for your attention. Bye-bye.